Brother. Brother. No folds wrestling.
I've heard of that. That's actually kind of a local one.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Good timing. Slam. Right there. There's that dance.
Woo, woo. Oh, man, feeling good, man.
You're almost yeeting it up over there.
My dance is better than that. Well. Welcome to the Bro Show, episode 22.
22.
Mookie's back in the house after his sabbatical from last week.
The Undertaker streak has been broken.
He was feeling a little puny last week. I kept the streak alive, so I have the longest active Bro Show streak going right now at 22.
I would hope so.
Bro Mookie's having to start over, man. So, welcome to the Bro Show episode 22. I am your host, your number one brother, your mega brother, the people's bro. And still,
Wow.
your reigning, defending, 424-day New Breed Wrestling Midwest PopCon champion, Slammer. What's up, everybody? Tell them who you are, brother.
Going around these parts over here is the White Larry Bird, a.k.a. Mookie of the Year.
The Mookie of the Year.
El Presidente, Senior Mookie, your number one stepbrother, Mookie.
The White Larry Bird.
The White Larry Bird, a.k.a.
Hey, Larry Bird. We talk about greatest basketball players of all time. We got to throw Larry Bird in there,
Larry Bird's
man.
name. If you guys missed the pre-show, we go every Tuesday before our live go on here. We go on to TikTok live a little bit earlier. We were doing a little basketball talk.
Yeah, man. And we got the TikTok going until it's done. So you can join us on both platforms. Join in. Help us out here. We have stuff to talk about, but, man, got any questions or anything?
You guys help the process along.
Help us along here a little bit, but, man.
Randy is in the chat. He says, hey, bros.
What's up, bro?
Alex Eaton says, hello.
What's up, Alex?
All right. Brian Carlico has joined the chat. JR says, hey, double bros. What's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
Too sweet, right there.
Too sweet to the TikTokers. So anyway, happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
How about this fall back garbage?
Still messing me up.
Man, I tell you what.
That's why I wasn't here last Tuesday. I thought it was Wednesday. I was all confused.
It's tough, man. When I seen a meme that says, "When the moon hits your eye like it's 5:45, it's November."
Oh, I hate that.
I am not a fan of getting dark.
Big Joe
early.
Helms. Silverback.
Big Joe, hey, we'll see you Saturday, Joe.
We'll see you Saturday.
Saturday. Now we should just end all days with E. I do like Tuesday. It's Tuesday. You know what that means. So anyway, gosh, it's getting dark early, but man.
See, when I do those 12-hour shifts on the weekends now, I really dread it because I go in when it's dark at 7 a.m.
And you come out.
When it's dark at 7 p.m.
You get to go outside throughout the day to see the sunshine.
I get a half-hour lunch, but I want to sit down in the cafeteria and eat my lunch and get back to work
and get it going.
Not.
Yeah.
Brian Carlico says, yo, bros.
Yo, bro. What's going on, man?
Yeah, Big Joe says he's excited. He's excited for Saturday.
Boy, me too, man. Saturday. So anyway.
You got any matches? You guys, the way they have that photo set up, it almost like a Survivor Series photo.
Here's what I've learned with the world of professional wrestling and being involved in it.
Expect
the unexpected. I'll find out what's going on when I get there.
Yeah.
You never know when somebody won't show up, man. Especially when I wrestled at CCW, man. That crap down there was so crazy. I mean, people are supposed to be there. They don't show up.
Yeah.
And people will always ask me, hey, man, how could I get on wrestling down there? And I tell them, I'd say, show up with your stuff because somebody won't be there.
Well, as
every single time.
As long as you're on the same side as Big Joe and not on the opposite side facing him.
You know, I
don't want to be staring down a silverback.
I've seen, it's like you said, there's we'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's talk
Yeah.
about this past let's talk about what happened this past Saturday. We'll work up to the current. This past Saturday, MMWA, man, that was
What a hot crowd.
that crowd was on fire, man. That place was packed.
It was
Big
a fall
crowd,
themed,
man.
It was a fall
Fall
themed show,
themed.
and a lot of the fans showed up in
they did.
camouflage. And
Hey
bright
man,
orange.
they were
I loved
they
it.
were in their camouflage, the Feast of Destruction. They dressed up just like the poster, man, and they were some slammer
Yes.
fans,
You had-
brother.
You had a big section in the back, a big section over on the left side of the ring.
They, except for the annoying people, the three annoying people or two annoying people, whatever it is, that are louder
Two
than
to three.
600 people
Yeah.
for some reason.
There's always a few in the
Man,
crowd.
there's the slammer chants, the slammer gear,
Yeah.
people buying stuff, man. It's like so awesome, man.
Good
When
times.
and the crowd was up. Last month was a little bit down because the haunted houses and Oktoberfest and college football and other events and stuff.
Yeah.
Man, we picked it right back up, man. It was an awesome time at NMWA. I had a great match. I was match number 3, me and Parasite, young up and coming awesome wrestler, man. He didn't want to shake my hand. I offered olive branch. I said, "What's up, brother?" And he would have nothing to do with it.
Crawl back to the underground to St.
So
Louis.
yeah, he's from the underground of Soulard. I extended. You know how much power Slammer Mania would have flew through his body had he shook my
He
hand.
wouldn't have known I hit him. He
So you
wouldn't
know what I
have known.
did? I body slammed him, beat him up, leg drop, 1, 2, 3. Slammer wins. So anyway,
And the belt.
with that, Ed, yeah, we're working. Got to climb that ladder back to the MMWA championship, man. But man, it was an awesome night, man. Crowd was on fire. Go on my YouTube channel, Slammer4878, and you can watch the match right now. Well, watch it after you watch the Bro Show live. When it's over, go to my YouTube and watch the wrestling match. And we left there, man. We stopped off, got us some delicious Raising Canes.
Yes. That's our tradition.
Tradition.
That's tradition.
MMWA, some Raising Canes, got home.
I'll catch up on the chat real quick before we get too far
Yes,
behind.
yes.
Michael says, "Welcome back, Mookie, aka the White Larry Bird."
White Larry Bird.
Thank you so much, Michael.
Awesome, Carson.
Tom Phelps is in the chat. Local guy here. Tom says, "What's kicking, bro?" He's I guess he's watching
said that?
Blues hockey. Tom Phelps.
Tom Phelps.
Worked with him at the hospital. last
Oh,
time.
wonderful.
Big Joe says, "Dark to dark for me, it sucks." I guess he's talking about he must do 12-hour shifts.
Yeah. Luckily, I'm out in the UPS truck all day, so I've got.
You get your sunshine.
I'm in the light all day. And unfortunately, the day ends in the dark, and
So-
I don't do delivering in the dark. That
Yeah.
sucks.
Joe says it is a Survivor Series style match.
Cool.
So it's going to be interesting. Dana Wampler, I can't even spell.
Dana,
Dana Wampler is in the chat. She is watching and says, "Hi, what's up,
Hi.
girl?"
What's up, Dana?
Tim Mendeville is in the chat. Saying,
Tim,
"Hello."
yo, brother, what's going on in Arizona?
Wyatt Long says, "Hi, Kyle." That's me, not you. Thank you, Wyatt. Hello, sir.
Dang.
Lady Gunn is in the
Snud.
chat and says, "Hey, boys."
Hey, what's going
Lady
on?
Gunn. We will be seeing her Saturday also.
Yeah.
Baseball bat on shoulder and everything. Hardcore Andy's in there, says, "Hey, bros."
Hey, bro, what's up, bro, Andy?
I'm trying to.
Washington, what's up?
Lady Gunn says she can't wait to team up with you guys. But she better stay on the outside. Let the silverback and the slam man take control.
I can't wait to find out what's going on, man.
The news to you.
News to me.
Rogers, what's up, bros? And Dominic, head up
Roger, what's up?
says, "Yo, Slammer."
That's right, man. Yo, Slammer.
Yo.
Yo, Slammer. Snubbed. We
Don't
both
forget about me.
one snub apiece. Awesome.
Gary says, "Hey, Slammer from Iowa."
Hey, what's up,
Right.
Gary from Iowa? It's another. It was 2-1 now. That's another
And
Slammer.
that's two Iowa people. We got one on Facebook and one on our TikTok.
All right, man. We got
Northern
we got
Iowa.
Washington State just hopped up on here.
Been to Iowa a few times. There's a great wrestling Hall of Fame in Iowa. It used to be in Newton, then moved to Waterloo.
You've been there too, right?
Been there several times.
Yeah, I've never been. That'd be really
Great,
cool to go to.
great wrestling Hall of Fame there. Oh, Chris Sater, my arch rival, my nemesis is in the chat. Says, "Please leave, Kyle. Mookie Skynet."
Chris Sater Mania, running
Wyatt,
wild.
Wyatt's making up. He says, "Hi, Slammer."
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
So, I just got an updated 5 snaps from you. You've loaded up on your Facebook. I just some randomly
What?
got in.
Oh, does it say like? Oh, yeah. I get that too. I'll get randomly. It'll say like, Kyle Valley, 5 new stories.
Yeah. That's what I
Blah,
just
blah,
got.
blah. Yeah,
Yours.
it's so
kind of annoying,
random.
and it's annoying.
Yeah, we're on Snapchat. Snapchat at Max Jim. Add me on there. What are you on
I don't
Snapchat?
even know what my name is on there.
You're like Kyle Valet.
Maybe possibly.
Kyle Valet. He's the valet.
I usually just get on there and snap my daughter. That's about. And a few of you guys in the mornings.
Yeah.
Got some good streaks going on. Jeff Sin, I think I have the longest streak in the history of the world with Jeff Sin.
You, Paige, and Anthony Castaldi are.
Let's see, me and you. Oh, today is our 300th day.
Oh, happy 300th day Snapchat.
I got
streak.
another friend, Sam, over 1,000 days. Jeff Sin, 1,879 days.
What's up with the poop emojis?
I don't even remember. I think Caitlin got a hold of my phone to do something like that.
Gotta watch them kids, man. Gary Hedgener says, time for you to come and take the championship for Central Empire State Wrestling. Well, that'd be awesome, man. I'd love to come to Central Empire Wrestling. Iceman wrestles up there a lot. A lot of the guys I wrestle with, New Breed wrestle
Oh,
up
okay.
there. Yeah.
I don't think I've heard of that group.
Central Empire Wrestling.
Is it Missouri
Did I
or
say-
Kansas?
It's in Iowa.
Or Iowa, okay. I think I do remember you mentioning it. My arch
Sorry, Gary.
my arch enemy / nemesis Chris Sater says last week's episode was much better.
You like
It was a million times better.
he liked Solo Slammer running wild.
I tried to join in the chat a little bit last week. I am not a solo type guy. Like I admired you for trying to pull that off.
I did
You
it.
did a good job flying solo. It's a tough job. It's a tough job trying to go through the feed the whole time.
Yeah.
Trying to talk and entertain.
Yeah,
There's a lot of moving parts going on.
it's a whole lot easier when you got somebody to interact with, because I kind of felt like there for a little bit. I was like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I just feel like I'm talking to myself.
And that's exactly how I am. It's like I have to have somebody to feed off of.
Got-
So
yeah.
then while you're talking, I can look at the chat and then try to.
It's kind of like being on the road trip. It's like if you're by yourself, it's like,
Yeah.
"Ugh,
You just
I'm
kinda
just by
sit
myself at least. But we'll have such random things come up. It just flows and goes good.
Let's see. Michael says, "Hey Slammer, the Grand Slammer breakfast was freaking Denny's for Veterans Day."
Hey, that's right, man.
Veterans Day.
Yesterday was Veterans Day, and I know Michael I believe he was in the Navy.
Oh,
so
wow.
thank you for your service.
I actually did not
Hey,
realize that.
anybody out there, if you served in the military, thank you for your
Yes,
service,
thank you.
man. Appreciate it. I was glad. I'm always happy to put a picture of my dad on there anytime it's Veterans Day or anything. The Marine Corps birthday was 2 days ago, 249 years old. So, yeah, man, thank you for your service, everybody.
Dominic wants you to know he'll be in Broadway in December.
Attaboy, Dominic. I'll see you there.
Let's see. Gary says it was funny with you trying to say my last
That's
name.
me just fumbling
See-
around here. I'm getting my
See,
brain.
I'm the smart guy. I just go with the first name. I say Gary.
Yeah,
I don't say Humdinger.
Yeah, I get going and I'm thinking of 30 things ahead of where I'm at, and then I start fumbling around. So I apologize for that.
Denny says you did an awesome job last week.
Thank you, Denny. I appreciate that. I thought I did a pretty good job. I thought once I got going, it was pretty good, and then about the 40-minute mark, I felt like, you know what? I'm going to wrap this up right now. I hated to wrap it up under an hour because we've been doing good, but I thought I don't want to sit here and just try to figure something out.
twiddling your
So I just kind of decided to wrap it up. Everybody seemed to be cool with it. Appreciate everybody.
Got a good question in here from Chris Sater.
Chris Sater has a question.
Actually, my arch nemesis, Chris Sater.
Your arch nemesis.
He actually
We'll
has.
answer it.
What are your thoughts on the current state of AEW business? Record low ratings and only 2,000 people at Dynamite. I saw this happen to WCW in the year 2000.
Yeah,
I think we kind of feel the same. I was a huge 2019
Yep, that's
huge AEW fan when they first debuted. I actually traveled with a few of my friends up to Chicago for the original All In pre-AEW. I got to see Cody wrestle Nick Aldis for the NWA belt and win it. Got to see Kenny Omega and Okada, and the Bucks and all these huge names. And it's like, I don't know what's happened to this group over the years. I was all like AEW and at the time WWE. Like I wasn't even watching it. This is about the time they had like Raw Underground.
Mm-hmm.
Cabadeo. Oh, what was his name? Abadeo or what?
Oh,
I can't think of what his name is. I want to say it, but the guy Shane McMahon was
yeah,
like the big sponsor.
I know
of
exactly who
Raw.
you're talking about.
But it's like I didn't watch Raw, especially during the pandemic. It was really tough. AEW, I felt
Dabocado?
avocado,
Dabocado? Somebody said
Dabo-
Dabocado.
avocado,
Dabocado?
Daba,
Dabo, Debo,
Debo.
Sabu.
But I was a huge AEW fan, and it's funny. And in WWE, I wasn't watching it all, and I almost feel like the tides have changed. Where I still record AEW every week, I barely watch it. I usually
it's rough to
I
watch.
usually fast forward through honestly 90% of it. And WWE, man, this past Monday night Raw last night was a stinker. I have to admit, one of the worst
Yeah.
Raws I've seen in a while. But their product is just so much better. And the thing is, they don't even have to have wrestling matches at this point.
And they don't. I
And-
mean, they just have some mid-carders have some matches.
But the Crown Jewel event had great matches that were on fire. But like on the Raws and their SmackDowns and stuff, they don't even have to have matches. Just the drama-filled action that you want to watch all the drama.
Dabo.
Dabo? Oh, I can't remember. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Sorry about that.
You keep talking. Give us your opinion.
AEW. I'm the same as you. I was excited for it in the beginning, but I think if I recall correctly, they had another record low.
Dabocado.
Dabocado. I understand times are different now than they were in 1998. Like as far as
Ron George is in the chat, by the way.
Aruba, like TV ratings and stuff. There's so much streaming stuff now. I don't know how they figure it all up, but still, when you start hearing, AEW last Wednesday night was like 660,000 or whatever, and that was like at the beginning. I think they lost 150,000 people in the first 45 minutes. They were in the 500,000 range.
I can't even watch it live. I cannot watch AEW live.
Number one, their matches are way too long.
Yeah.
They're way too competitive. It's
Agree.
yeah, you never know who's going to wrestle. I thought I had heard something about they're going to try to start doing more advertising. This guy's going to wrestle. So I mean, if they get the structure is just, I can't.
Well,
hey,
WWE's
I'm
almost
not.
kind of gotten away. Like I remember as a kid going to even the house shows. You'd get there and they have a whole lineup sheet of every match, or even watching Raw the week before. This week we're going to announce 4 matches that's going to be on Raw next week.
Yeah.
They don't announce anything except for Cody Rhodes is going to be on Raw next week, or they barely announce anything anymore. Either show, AEW or WWE.
Yeah, or even if you got like Stone Cold was the hot guy, you knew you was going to tune in. Probably right off the top of the show, he's going to pop out.
He was always right at the beginning of the show, right in the middle of the show, and they always ended the show.
And AEW, you just have no clue who's going. And when you I sat and watched the Rampage Friday night, and I was like,
Yeah.
they're just
The bad thing is, there for a while, I was enjoying Rampage more than the Wednesday or Saturday show because it's only an hour. The matches were fast and quick.
Yep.
Because they had to get all these matches in within the hour.
Yeah, and
so I was actually enjoying that a lot more.
That show's gone. It's going to be gone here soon,
yeah.
as soon as their new deal starts up or whatever. And the Collision show, I was excited. I mean, when CM Punk had been there, that's who they wanted to be the star of their show. And it was
going to be two separate rosters.
and it seemed like a totally different show
It
from
did.
the Wednesday night show.
They did.
Anyway, I'm no booker or promoter, so I can't say that's my opinion on AEW. I want them to succeed. I see a lot of guys that get to work extra work there as well as WWE. They gave Marco Stunt a big old push for 3 years.
Got him a paycheck and a contract.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of good wrestlers there. They need to stop focusing so much on some guys
Like the Danny Garcias.
and I tell you what, man, like Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin being there right now,
Those guys look like monsters.
those dudes should be the ones taking the show over.
Yeah.
And you know this because I talked about this years ago. I never got the appeal of Dean Ambrose.
Mhm.
I never got it. I never understood it. I didn't dislike him, but I was like, I just don't get why everybody likes him. And you can clearly see
Yeah, it's
now. I mean,
still-
he is. Gosh,
I
it's
don't
just
understand what's going on with that whole. So much of the stuff that they do on there is not explained,
yeah. It's
or they quickly move to another like. I don't even.
it's like they don't have. I know for a fact there's guys like Jerry Lynn and people that work there.
Malenko.
Those guys know how to put
Big
matches
Show.
together.
Yeah.
They got to have some
I don't-
sort of idea on how. But
But then you hear the young guys don't want to do anything they say. You know, that's what Punk was getting all
I mean, there needs to be somebody come in and
PO'd
say,
about.
this is how it's going to be, and this is what we're doing.
That's Tony Khan's job,
And
Tony
he-
Khan
he
wants
need-
to be best friends with
He
everybody.
needs to assign a Bill Watts to the to him.
Blackjack Mulligan over there.
They need to put a man in charge and say, all right, guys, this
Right.
is the way it's going to be.
Bro George says the Aruba brothers.
Aruba.
Veterans are all our mega bros and sisters. I guess he's Aruba in all of those guys.
Aruba.
Michael says Semper Fi for your dad, Slammer. Thank him for
Yeah,
his service.
man.
Dominic, they should do WWE versus AEW. That would sadly, I don't even know if that'd be a contest anymore.
Who was that?
Hey, Michael says WWE versus AEW.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Dominic says that. Hardcore Andy says, I love being a wrestling. Kyle, do you remember when I was one of the shows, I was the Jake the Snake Roberts bodyguard? I do remember that.
Oh, wow.
That was a Glory Pro show. Gary says, I went to an AEW event a couple weeks ago and I was disappointed because they didn't have any of the main stars there. I feel like all their main stars are almost injured
Yeah,
anymore.
and-
or all their main stars they've kind of buried
Yeah.
and there aren't like huge stars anymore. Okada should be a megastar. And they've put him with the Bucks and kind of
I
screwed
don't-
him up already. I used to be huge Bullet Club, Hangman Page, Omega, Buck fans, all those dudes. That company has killed them.
Yeah.
Killed them.
And another thing too, I don't know how the arena situation is. I don't know if they have these places booked a year in advance or
Sure they
whatever. But man, if you're it's been a couple years now. They're only getting like 2,000-3,000 people in these places. You gotta get a smaller building that only holds a few thousand people, and
Yeah.
man, those places look crazy packed.
So Brian Carolico chimed in earlier and said Commander Aziz. That was the.
That's right. He
that
was
his
with
other name.
Creed, Apollo
Creed, or Apollo Cruz.
Crews.
Randy says NXT is much better than AEW. Tom Phelps says Channel 11 at 11 on Sundays, Wrestling at the Chase.
Wrestling at the Chase.
I've heard of that. I've heard
I've
of
heard
that.
Know a little bit about it.
I've been to a
Crews.
few. What'd you say?
He was just confirming
Oh.
Apollo Crews.
Neater Exciter, the Bro Show.
Bro Show,
Dominic
Dominic
said-
Sider.
They should do winner takes all AEW versus WWE.
I want AEW to succeed. I
Yeah.
want them to get it figured out, man. The more
The more the merrier.
man. And I wish TNA could. I'm glad they're working with WWE. I wish they could get like a national TV deal where
Yeah.
people could actually see them. MLW's doing good things. It's
NWA, I'm a huge
NWA.
NWA fan. They're
They-
kind of screwed right now, though. They don't have
Yeah, they got-
anywhere to watch them except for on their
they
Twitter.
they need to find a way to get these places on TV. Just like even when Ring of Honor used to be on at 11 o'clock on Saturday nights, I watched that every single week on ABC at 11 o'clock on Saturday nights, man.
Kathy Madero is in the chat.
Kathy!
She says, "Hey, Slammer and Wookie, what's up, girl?"
What's going on?
Thank
Good
you.
to see you Saturday
Yes.
night.
She's all decked out in her
Her,
Slammer headband
her,
and everything.
her and the family, man, they are rabid Slammer maniacs,
I love
man.
it.
I appreciate them so much, man. The kids were there with their Slam buddies, man. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
I like in your reel you posted today.
It was funny.
You knocked the Slammer
I-
buddy out of the kid's hand. Good catch, the kid. I'm like, man,
I
sign him up
I
for
went
the
to
team.
pose. When I posed, I didn't even realize it until you pointed out in the video. I went to pose. The Slam buddy goes flat there, and he caught it. It was a perfect catch, man. Watch my video. You can see that. I put that on my Facebook page today.
Michael says Slammer Mania and Mookie Mania, the new Mega Powers, brother. I can dig that.
So sweet.
Fellow Dyka dude Doug says, "What's up, bros? What's up, brother?"
What's up, brother?
Speaking of Doug, he was telling me he ran into you at Walmart I forgot when he said, not long ago, he said you were running through like the Christmas stuff, and he goes, I was going through Walmart, and he goes, all of a sudden I seen this guy fly past me. He goes, and it was Slammer. I started laughing. I go, that's his normal pace. He wasn't running.
No, that's Slammer. Slammer has one gear, and that's go, man.
Chris Sater says, what are your thoughts about TKO phasing out the old WWE house shows? I don't like that they were doing this, and they were crazy prices for WrestleMania 41, $15,000 for ringside.
Yeah, that's
I don't think that's
crazy.
good. I agree. I love the house shows.
I love house shows.
As a kid, I always hated the house shows because
I did. I
you always
loved
wanted
it.
the big glitz and glamour of the TVs and the bright lights and the Titantron and everything. But as I got older, I started realizing the house shows are the way to go. The tickets were a lot cheaper, first of all.
A lot more fan interaction.
Yes. And it was just, those guys were fine-tuning their craft on those shows. And I remember leading up to one of the Great American Bashes, it was when they put Paul Bearer in the cement chamber.
Yeah.
It was Undertaker versus the Dudley Boys. And a few weeks prior, they had a house show in St. Louis. And I actually got to watch them do that match before the Great American Bash, before that pay-per-view. And it was awesome, like, watching in person. And then I think it was like a week or two later, watching it all over again on pay-per-view. And I remember we had, like, second or third row seats. You can hear Undertaker calling the shots the whole match. It was so funny, but it
That's
was awesome. Jerry Price says, y'all getting it done, bro.
Yeah.
Tom says, one more thing. Hey, Kyle, how about those Chiefs? Nice show, guys. Well, Tom knows I am a Chiefs hater. I'm sorry, anybody out there that is a Chiefs fan, I am not a Chiefs fan.
Cacaw.
Oh, yeah, cacaw. I would go to the grave,
Hey,
stomping a butthole in the Chiefs.
it's like I said, man. I don't have a team. Yeah, I watched the Chiefs the other day. I was glad it was a back and forth game. It was pretty.
Those Broncos.
I tell you what,
Broncos
man.
should have had them.
You talk about just luck on your side, man.
And the thing is, as that game was winding down, Broncos are driving down the field, and I'm starting to like doze off in my chair watching the game. I doze off right as they're going to kick the field goal, and all of a sudden I wake up to them screaming on the TV, and I wake up, I'm like, what just happened? And I look at the screen, I see Mahomes running on the field with his arms up, and I'm like, oh no. Then they showed the replay, I'm like, I could not believe it. I'm like, I dozed off and missed the worst part.
It was pretty crazy.
Chiefs have a tough game this week, week 11. They're going at Buffalo.
Woo!
Mahomes is 7-4 against the Bills, or 6-4, something like that.
It's going to be at Buffalo.
At Buffalo. Buffalo's defense is red hot right now. The Chiefs have scraped by. I think 7 of their wins have been less than one possession wins. Like, they've won by 1 point. They won by like 2 and 3 points and 7 points.
Yeah.
They've scraped by. I don't think it's going to happen this Sunday. I think finally Josh Allen and the Buffalo
Bills.
are
Well,
going to take him down.
I can't wait to watch it.
Herb Simmons is in the chat. Says, good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, Herb. How
What's
you
up,
doing,
Herb?
brother?
Miss you, man. I hope you were doing well.
Who said that?
I said that to Herb.
Oh, I thought.
Jerry Price, the Breeze is liking the show.
Awesome. Thank you, brother.
Roger, it was a close game.
Very close.
The game just killed me.
Oh, I like the next question.
Kathy says, are you going to watch the Tyson Jake Paul Friday night fight?
I'm planning on it.
Yes. I am so excited.
I hope it's kind of like one of those late fights. It starts at like 9 o'clock or whatever.
I'm sure,
So
well,
I got to make sure I'm home from work and worked out and be able to sit down and watch it.
The event starts at 7. There's 7 fights on the card.
Okay, so they'll be last, I'm sure.
Yeah, they'll be the main event.
Isn't that like at AT&T Stadium or something?
We're expecting 80,000 people there
Wow.
for that.
Big old payday for
Texas-
both of them.
Yeah, Tyson's supposed to get $20 million. Jake Paul's supposed to get paid $40 million.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Tyson is almost 60 years old. He's like 58.
I'm curious about
Jake
this,
Paul
man.
is 24 years old. Give us some opinions. Who do you think is going to win, Tyson or Jake Paul?
I'll tell you what.
I'm going to tell you who I'm going to win. You go ahead and
Months ago, I said Tyson, absolutely Tyson. And I think a couple weeks ago, me and you were talking, I was like, I don't know, man. And I know how the wrestling business works, too. Sometimes the older guy
well,
puts over the younger guy.
Well, it's a sanctioned fight in Texas, so I don't know. People's gonna say, excuse me, that it's fixed and then he's gonna flop or whatever.
I
Or it
hope.
could, but with it being a sanctioned fight, excuse me, a sanctioned fight, I don't know if they're gonna be able to pull that off. And you got all the eyes of the whole world. It's on Netflix, not pay per view.
Yeah.
Netflix. Millions of more people's gonna be watching than normal. I don't think.
I'm still leaning towards Iron
Unless the
Mike.
camera guy happens to drop the camera right as
Yeah.
somebody takes a cheap shot.
So, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and say, I'm just going to go with Tyson.
You're going with Tyson?
I'm just going to go with Tyson.
I'm going to split this line. I'm going to say Jake Paul on this side of the room.
You think it's going to be a knockout or go to how many rounds did they say?
It is. Give me 1 second. I have it written down. We just talked about it on the other show. It is 8 2-minute rounds.
8 2-minute
So
rounds.
they cut the rounds down.
Ooh, boy, this thing could go to a decision. I don't know. I'm just.
I think
you
they
know
did
what?
that for Tyson's age. It's
Yeah.
been almost 20 years since he had a
I-
sanctioned fight. 4 years ago, he had a sparring exhibition with Roy Jones Jr. that went to a draw, I think. or something like
Okay. Well, like I said, months ago, I was hands down Tyson. Then I'm starting to lean towards Paul. I'm just going to go with my original. I'm just going to say Tyson is what it is. That's my pick. You're saying Jake Paul.
that. Uncle Scott is in the chat.
Oh, Brother Scott's me.
He said he saw a pic of Tyson training yesterday, and he looks like he was jacked like he was back in the 90s. Dude, you can be jacked, but he's, like I said, another 20 years older than what he was his last fight. You know, he's almost 60. You can get the looking great, but you start losing steps as you get older. You lose a little bit, and it's been 20 years. That's 20 years of ring rust.
Yeah, that's a long time,
You
man.
can train all you want, but as
Yeah.
long as you're not in there actually doing the fight, doing the wrestling, doing whatever it is in the ring, you got that rust, and that's going to be 20 years. 20 years of ring rust against a 24-year-old.
You know what?
Am I talking into it?
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to go with Tyson. But
Okay.
I mean, I hope it's a good fight.
I'm sure
And
it will be.
I'm not going to be mad either way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My heart's not going to be broke if Jake Paul wins. It'd kind of be cool. I mean, it's kind of like when the
it'll be
1,
awesome
2,
if-
3 kid beat Razor
Yeah.
Ramon. It's like, oh my gosh.
I'm not going to be
you
mad
know?
if Tyson wins.
No.
That'll be great for him to go out. All right, we got
Whoa, stars. Thank
something. 50
you.
stars. Who sent that?
I don't know. Thank you.
That hasn't said yet.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Paul. Hey, let's start a stars party. If you're watching this, man, send stars now, man. That rules. It's exciting, man, hearing that little buzzer go off.
Let's see. Gary says as long as Tyson don't bite an ear off.
Jake
Jake Paul's got those piercings in there, so you might be careful on that. Alex says he's going with Iron Mike Tyson. Michael says he's going with Jake. Kathy says experience will prevail.
I think we got a split audience
We
here.
actually do. Alex says Paul is a hosier. Tyson's going to whoop his arse.
A hoser.
A
A
hoser.
hoser.
What did I say?
Yeah.
A hoosier?
A hoser, like,
Did I say hoosier?
yeah, like Strange Brew.
Yeah, I
You've
got
seen
you.
Strange Brew, haven't
Yeah.
you? Take off, eh? Hey, take off, you hoser.
So, I'm kind of torn on this. I mean, I will be happy if Tyson wins. What a great way to end your legacy, because he probably won't fight again. Of course, we thought this 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But I couldn't see him doing another fight. But that'd be like the Rocky finish. That'd be like Rocky going out on top. This is kind of like a Rocky story. He's coming back, the old beat down, old veteran coming back for one last hoorah, you know. So I won't be sad if Tyson wins. But I think either way, Jake Paul is going to be a loser either way, because if he wins, it's going to be like, oh, you fought an old 60-year-old Mike Tyson not in his prime.
Yeah.
No wonder you beat him. Or if he loses to Tyson, he's going to be like,
You
you
lost,
lost to a 60-year-old man.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I
either
get it.
way, I feel like Jake Paul is in the loser spot,
Yeah.
whether he wins or loses.
I don't know, man. $40 million in his pocket sounds like he's a winner to me.
That's true. Uncle Scott says 20 years from now, Tyson does his last fight in a nursing home. He might take on Ric Flair.
Oh, man. I'm surprised Flair hasn't made one more trip to the ring.
Give it time. Paul says that Paul is a hosier.
Hoser! Hoser!
Hoser!
Hoser! Take off,
I
Hoser!
want to say Hoosier. I keep saying, trying to correct myself from saying Hoosier. What do you get to drink tonight, by the way? We haven't even got to that part of this.
Good old cold Diet Coke, brother.
That's exactly what I got. I stopped at McDonald's on my way here. Tuesday nights, I do
Tuesday.
Tuesday nights, I do a Facebook Live podcast with my other friends before I come here. And I have about an hour before I get over here, but I get over here early anyway. I'm usually starving. I ran through the drive-thru at McDonald's, got me a Diet Coke. I was like, give me a double cheeseburger and I'll eat it on the way here. I was telling you, that double cheeseburger I had, it tasted like it come from Steak and Shake.
Ooh.
It had been sitting there for a while. And it was crunchy. You're not supposed to have a crunchy hamburger from McDonald's. The edges were all crispy. So they either overcooked it or it had been sitting there under the heat lamp forever. So I took about 3 bites and this fat boy tapped out on that.
Did you go through the drive-thru and say, I need a small fry, hot, large coffee. I get the same thing every Tuesday on my way to the foot doctor.
I bet nobody will get that reference.
If anybody got that, that's awesome.
I'll give you one guess.
Yeah.
Uncle Scott says, "Woo! I'm going with Ric Flair with the final nature. He's going with the Nature Boy."
The Nate.
Michael says Sandy is the newest Slammer and Mookie is the Bro Show fan.
Thank you to the new fan.
I think I'm getting kicked off because I'm the Jake Paul fan. Sandy's coming in to replace me apparently because you guys are all for Tyson.
Well, I thought Michael said he was. He said Jake Paul.
Paul says Tyson is gonna make
that boy hurt.
I don't know.
Is he gonna come out to 9 Inch Nails' song "Hurt"? I will make you hurt.
He's gonna have Johnny Cash playing it real slow.
All right. So anyway, this Saturday.
Big Joe Helms, Silverback was just in the chat. We were talking about this.
Yeah.
A little preview before the preview.
I will say this. I won't say anything, but I might have something exciting to talk about next Tuesday that might be happening this week. That's going to happen this week. So I got something neat to talk about next Tuesday.
Neat?
Something neat.
Is it Derek Teeter?
Oh, it's not Derek Teeters. I got something super cool to talk about next Tuesday.
All right.
So you might want to join in.
What do you got going on Saturday?
You'll probably see some stuff on Facebook and such before then, but I have something exciting. Anyway, this Saturday, me and you, man, just me and you this weekend. Me and Bro Mookie, the Bro Show on the road, man, to Sedalia, Missouri, man.
You should get a hold of what's his name, see if he wants to roll with us.
Oh yeah, I will.
Yeah.
3.5 hour drive to Sedalia, man. New Breed Wrestling, man. If you live anywhere around the Sedalia, Missouri area, come out to New Breed Wrestling. You're gonna see some good action, brother. Slammer will be there with the Midwest PopCon Championship. From what I understand, I'm going to be in a Survivor Series type
breaking news
match.
Breaking news on this show.
But you know what, brother? I'll know for sure Saturday when I get there. Anyway, I will be in action at New Breed Wrestling. It's going to be awesome. And then, heck, December 7th, I'll be back at New Breed Wrestling, Eldon, Missouri, for the final show of the year.
Christmas bash.
So yeah, man, we're wrapping up the 2024 wrestling year pretty quick, man. So I think I have the 23rd and 30th available of this month. So if somebody needs a slammer,
slam it, baby.
Pick
up that phone,
give me a
call, and slam it down. My buddy Chad is doing this in the chat. He says, "Biggest, baddest Kyle. Been a bit, bro. It has. He lives down in Florida. He's always hanging and banging with the guys. Big LJN wrestling collector.
Whoa, really?
He's got a bunch of them on card.
Whoa, minties.
Yeah. He's a big time LJN collector.
Whoa, I need to.
We have our first call
in
of the night.
We have a phone call.
I've not even been able to advertise. If you want to call in 1-900-99-SLAM, that's with 2 M's. You can get on the phone, give us a call, ask anything you want. Yellow color. This is the Bro Show.
Welcome to the Bro Show. Who we got on here?
This is Pat from Peevely, Missouri.
Pat from Peevely, Missouri is on the line.
Pat from Peevely.
Multiple show watcher, but first time caller.
Long time watcher, first time caller. Pat from Peevely, Missouri.
We appreciate you calling. Pete Barnhart is war.
2 questions for you tonight.
Whoa,
two
questions.
Right.
Okay, question 1, Pat from Peevely.
Did any of you guys ever get in trouble in school for giving, the DX symbol, the 2 words for you?
No.
I actually got in trouble from my mom. She had no idea what that meant when me and my sister kept doing it, saying "suck it" to each other. Well, until we said "suck it," and my mom caught on what it was. We got in trouble. Just like my sister used to copy like Stone Cold and call me a piece of trash. My dad absolutely hated that. She'd go, get out of here, you piece of trash. And then like
A little piece of nostalgia there for you too.
Nostalgia. All right, Pat from Peevely, what's your second question?
My second question. Okay, I
You
think
got quite an accent there.
This one's
You got a
that
voice for
one's been
radio.
asked. Is the Undertaker and Kane neighbors?
Are they what?
Are they neighbors?
Neighbors, yeah. They're neighbors and brothers, man. They live in the same subdivision.
This is quite an interesting question that you got there, Pat.
Hell's Bend cul-de-sac. Brothers of Destruction Boulevard.
For you tonight, I'll appreciate you.
Well,
answering those questions.
thank you,
Appreciate
Pat
you
from
calling in.
Peevely.
You have a good night, Pat.
All right, good night from Peevely, Missouri.
All right.
Don't you work too hard.
Thanks for the phone call, Pat from Peevely. Wow, what a great call, man. I feel like we've been asked that a few times for so many different people just really want to know.
The people, this is a burning question.
And the bros have spoken. The Kane and Undertaker are brothers and that. All right. Oh, all right. Carson, tell your dad I said hi, brother. Awesome. So anyway, that'll be our Saturday New Breed Wrestling.
Alex
Gonna
was
be
there,
awesome.
not brothers. I think he was prepared. Buck Messy.
Buck.
Macy.
Easy.
Slammer, I'm an old wrestler, but one...
I know Buck.
Okay. One thing I learned when I was younger is you better show respect to a power man at any age like Tyson. Oh, he's got a whole thing here. Just because it's a light switch, it could be your light switch could go dark in a blink of an eye. Ever get a liver shot by a skinny unknown? Not pretty.
I don't want no liver shot from a skinny unknown.
As Superstar Billy Graham would say, make it, or no, it was Dusty Rhodes say, make it live a quiver, baby.
Make liver quiver.
Barbie is in the chat. She
Barbie!
says, well, hey there, guys.
What's going
What's
on?
up, Barbie? Miss you, girl. How
What
you
was
doing?
that? Was that the tip of the hat?
That was the tip of the hat to it. Let's see.
Slammer hats available at the Slammer merch table. Come
is
get
true.
one, man. I'm selling these things like hotcakes, man.
Hotcakes, baby.
A lot of Slammer hats in South Broadway
A
Athletic
lot of
Club
Slammer
Saturday
hats, a lot
night.
of Slammer bandanas, too.
Yeah, and Slammer shirt, man. I am the South Broadway Slammer, brother.
Slamming on Broadway. All right, you want to hit a trivia question here?
Hit me with some trivia, man.
All right,
man,
everybody out there is
cruising
welcome
here.
Everybody out there is welcome to play along. I've got a few wrestling trivia questions. Some of them might be pretty easy. Some of them are going to be a layup. Some of them are going to be a little challenging.
Uh-oh.
And
I'm up.
challenging ones.
I'm up for the challenge,
All
brother.
right. I don't want to make you look bad, so I'll give you a layup at first.
All right. Trivia.
Oh, let's see here. In 1990,
Oh, boy. Okay.
1990, Davey Boy Smith broke out on his own. What was the name of his English bulldog that he had that had his back in 1990?
Matilda was the first dog.
That is correct.
Oh my
1990, the British Bulldog's English Bulldog was named.
I know.
It's a layup. It's a
it
finger
is.
roll layup.
It's-
Let's see.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Chad has got it. Chad is correct.
Oh my gosh. I
Barbie
can't
says,
think
"Hey,"
of it.
she says, Barbie says, hi, how are you guys? I miss you guys. I need to come see you
It's
guys
like
soon."
it's like a British city name, or it's a British name.
I think it's a brand of cigarettes, too. I'm not sure. It is. It is a brand of cigarettes.
Wellington?
No.
No.
You got a hair that's bugging me.
Oh, thank you. What is it?
All right. Ready to give up on this?
Winston. I said Wellington.
Beef Wellington.
I probably got a poster on my wall with him. Didn't he have
Good job. Chad is up 1-0.
Didn't they make did Chella or somebody make a British Bulldog with Winston?
They
Or
did.
Matilda?
I think
Maybe
it
they
was
made
Matilda.
one with Matilda.
Poor Winston doesn't get the credit he deserves.
Yeah, Winston. Oh, Winston. Good old Winston.
All right.
That was a layup. I should have had that.
All right, here's a little bit tougher one. Jim Crockett Promotions question right here.
A JCP.
So Chad may get this one too. He's an old school wrestling fan here. The inaugural Jim Cornette. The inaugural Jim Crockett Memorial Cup Tag Team Tournament began in 1986.
Mhm.
Who won the first cup? What tag team won the first Jim Crockett Promotions?
Was it just two guys thrown together? It wasn't just an actual tag team, was it?
It was an actual.
It was
tag
an actual tag team.
1986, the inaugural
I'm going
Jimmy Crockett Cup.
I'm going to say the Road Warriors, but I don't think that's right.
I'm waiting for somebody else to throw an answer out here. Matt also threw out Winston with a good job there, Matt.
Yeah.
Billion.
Chuck. Billion.
Get out.
Matt
Get out.
Stockdale also says the Road Warriors.
Says the Road Warriors. Michael says the Rockers.
I think that was before the Rockers' time. Was they maybe the Midnight Rockers then?
Chad says, stump me on the old Crockett stuff.
Kathy says the Road Warriors. Scott says the Road Warriors.
It was indeed the Road Warriors.
Ah!
Bing, bing, bing. Good job.
Slammer. Smart. Slammer smart. I always like to say, man, I forgot more wrestling than what most people know.
Trust me, I know. Let's see here. Here's a good one. The actor James Avery, you may know him as Uncle Phil from
Fresh Prince?
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Okay.
He voiced what character on the WWF Hulk Hogan's Rocket Wrestling?
Junkyard Dog.
Junkyard Dog.
Ah, I did know that. Yeah.
Grab them cakes.
Yeah,
baby.
that's one of them weird questions that I found out. I was like, well, I'll be darned. Didn't we find that out too? Lee Marshall was Tony the Tiger. They're great. If you don't remember, Lee Marshall was a super cool announcer that WCW had back in the 90s.
He'd always be on the road.
On the road with Lee Marshall.
He'd check in like Panama. This is Lee Marshall in Panama City. The Beasters are looking great. They're ready for Buff Bagwell to get down here. But be on the lookout for weasels. He doesn't have some kind of Bobby the Brain.
Yeah.
Quip it there at the end.
I just liked his voice, man. He had a cool voice.
Uncle Scott threw out an answer that I was going to ask you also. He was also the voice for Shredder.
You know what? I think I did know that.
But here's a bonus question. A little more tidbit of the Rock and Wrestling show.
Rock and Wrestling.
Who did the voice for Hulk Hogan on the show?
Oh, you know what? I know this, and I cannot. It's kind of like the Winston answer. It's right there in my file.
Does anybody know who did the voice for Hulk Hogan on the Hulk Hogan Rock and Wrestling 1980s cartoon?
This is
it always blew me as a kid.
This is something that I know, and this is actually something that I've actually heard here recently again.
As a kid,
it's on the tip. It's there.
As a kid watching the show, I never realized that it wasn't actually the wrestler's voicing, but I knew the voices didn't sound right. But as a kid, I didn't put two and two together. The answer? See if anybody has it. Elon Musk? No. Matt has got it. The brother from Everybody Loves Raymond.
That's it.
Brad Garrett.
Yeah, I could. Yeah.
And I could do a great Brad Garrett impersonation. He goes,
Raymond.
Everybody loves Raymond. That's my Brad Garrett impersonation. Everybody loves Raymond. Kathy says Brad Garrett. Well, great job. All right, let's slip into another question here. I got just a bunch of random questions. All right, here's a random question from WWF. I think this is about 1999.
Okay.
During the height of the Taco Bell Chihuahua craze, this canine compadre was promptly dognapped by the Big Boss Man, murdered, and unfortunately fed back to his owner.
Pepe the Chihuahua.
Fed to his owner, Al Snow. And the answer is
Pepe.
You're going with Pepe?
Pepe.
All right, let's see if we got any more answers here. We'll give them because we're on a little bit of a delay. So, do you remember this?
I remember this
was
very well.
Man.
It was like in a hotel room. And
Boss Man in '99 was like a very horrid.
Yeah,
because remember he even got on the Big Show.
And they was dragging had that big. It was like
the
Blues Brothers and they dragged the coffin all over the graveyard, and the Big Show was jumping on top of it.
But the Big Show was hairless, like he had no facial hair.
Tim says Pepper. Was it Pepper or Pepe?
It is Pepper.
It is Pepper. Why was I saying Pepe for?
Probably Chavo Guerrero.
Oh, Pepe, and he's one of the Muppets. You Pepe?
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about. Hey, man, that dude is hilarious, man. I love the Muppets. Little Pepe.
Like Hornswoggle.
You know who I'm talking about, don't you?
He's like a little shrimp or something.
Pepe.
Alex's
It
head
was
cheese.
Pepper.
Now, Steve Blackman and Al Snow.
That was
You
her
remember
name.
that tag
Head
team?
cheese.
Yeah.
Steve Blackman. Wow.
All right.
Oh,
Let's
that's
have
great.
another random. Ooh, this is a tough one. I wouldn't even have got this one. I
Okay.
remembered, but I couldn't remember the name. Rene Dupree had a French poodle named Fifi.
Okay.
Remember Fifi?
Yeah.
Okay.
My
Fifi was-
brain's trying to think of all this.
Fifi was banned from the WWE after biting the manager of Kenzo Suzuki. Who was Kenzo Suzuki's manager? I remember her. I just wouldn't have remembered her name. I think we all barely remember Kenzo Suzuki.
I am.
I remember he was on SmackDown. I do remember that.
Was this when Rene Dupree was on his own?
Yes,
Because wasn't he part of La Resistance?
he was. And this is after they broke up because he had his own talk show at this point, Renee's Cafe. That's where they have Fifi on there. This would be. I guess he must have been feuding with Kenzo, but there have been two heels.
Oh
I don't
my
actually remember
gosh! So it was a female
It
manager.
was a female manager.
Chad
says that's a tough one.
that is a tough one. I'm tapping out on that one. I just have no idea.
Kathy says his wife. I think it may have been. It was Hiroku.
Hiroku. Scott
Yeah.
just said Hiroku.
Oh, okay, good
as,
job.
As you said that, he said Hiroku.
I remember her, but I remember hating Kenzo Suzuki. He wasn't around for very long. I think he had one action figure, and it was actually a box
Really?
set. It was a box set. I think it was like a magazine exclusive through somewhere.
Oh my gosh!
But it was like all the Japanese. They had like 3 Japanese wrestlers. Like the something East was the name of the box. I know Tim will know the name of the box set. But I think Kenzo Suzuki was actually in that box set.
That'd be cool to get a hold of.
Yeah, Kathy says that was his real life wife.
Real life
I kind of
wife.
figured it was. So she kind of got. We'll give you half a point on that one.
I mean, that a little bit of it's coming around. It's still pretty foggy, that whole Suzuki thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, Cody Pyatt, Hiroku. I give up.
I don't know. He must say he had to Google that one. I know Cody. Let's see here. Another question. One quick sentence right here with a question mark at the end.
Okay.
What wrestler hailed from the South Pole? South Pole. I'm about to say North Pole. What wrestler hailed from the South Pole?
What year?
What year?
Yeah, what year?
This would have to be New Generation era, so 95-ish?
So this is something I should know.
You should. Oh,
I was busting out questions you the other day that you couldn't like talk about when we talk about Radford and
see, Cody put. He knows. I call him out. He's the top seller. He's the top seller of Mr. Baseball. Chad got it. Good job, Chad.
Santa Claus.
Do you remember Santa Claus?
I don't.
He was managed by the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase. He claimed to be Santa Claus's evil twin brother.
Was this like a one night thing?
I think he wrestled a few times. Later on, known as Balls Mahoney of ECW.
Oh yeah.
That was his first stint with the WWF.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Get a little bit of memory of
Yeah, I sure am. Wow.
this? Matt says, yeah, but he wasn't around for very long. He wasn't. But yeah, he was managed by the $1 Million Man. He was supposed to be the evil brother of Santa Claus.
Ah.
And Uncle Scott says, wasn't that balls? It was. That was like his first little stint with WWF. It's awesome. I love when people actually like know some of these oddball questions. All right, one last question. Let's see here. Maybe I'm already out of questions. Okay, well, here's another layup. We'll end with a layup. Wrestling currently has a canine king.
A canine king.
He's without a he's known without a doubt as a pharaoh. He's the king of the merch right now.
Me?
Who is his best friend / owner?
Say that again.
Wrestling's current K9 King is without a doubt a pharaoh.
Oh, Cody Rhodes.
There we go.
Yeah.
Good job.
I was like, what?
I was trying to give you the layup right there.
Yeah, the Pharaoh thing got me there. Okay.
That's why I had to give you the wink. Cody Pius says Yeti Spaghetti. I always want to be that gimmick. That's going to be my wrestling
Spaghetti.
name. I'm going to be the Yeti Spaghetti. I like that. Chad says, yeah, that was a short-lived gimmick in 95-ish. That's why I remember it was New Generation because
Yeah.
it was before DiBiase jumped to WCW with the NWO. And it was like, yeah, it was right in that New Gen era.
Man.
Steve Carpenter. Matt says Cody Rhodes. Randy says Cody. Everybody got it. It was a
Everybody
layup
got it.
on that one. Easy peasy. What else you got? We got 5 minutes.
5 minutes. You want to do a quick top 10?
Let's do it.
Top 10. All right, man. Well, I did.
Chad's clueless on our present day
We-
stuff. We try to talk retro in here as much as we can.
Oh, and speaking of retro, the Bloodline Hasbro retro Mattels will be pre-ordered soon.
Oh, okay.
I like them. Anyway, I didn't get in November because I got an October 1987 magazine here.
All right, I'm going to need help out here with this.
We'll just do a quick top 10.
John Johnson says I'm getting around tonight. Because he watched us over on the Dudes channel, and I was watching me over here on the
Nice.
Slammer channel.
My bookmark, Slammers Wrestling Gym envelope from the Slammers Wrestling Gym. Hint, hint. If you didn't know, now you know.
Hey, Chad wants to know how about a custom LJN Slammer figure.
Will someone please make me one? I want one. I want action figures made. I knew a guy that made like the G.I. Joe size action figures, and he's not doing them anymore.
Oh.
Man, they were awesome too. I mean, painted, bubble card, picture on the
that's
card,
awesome.
the whole thing. And I so regret not ever getting those made when I had a chance. So if anybody has any idea of anybody that makes
Any hookups?
any kind of action figures like that, I can't be spending gobs of money because it sucks to have to charge a whole bunch of money to people to buy stuff. But people always ask me, I want a Slammer action figure. I had no problem selling the Slam Buddies,
Yeah.
and those were a little expensive for me to buy, and I had to sell them for a little bit. But
Show him a Slam Buddy real quick.
Slam Buddy over there. Oh, everybody should know. Oh my God!
Open the broken chair! Oh, God. We'll get it.
Okay. Anyway, Slam Buddy.
I'll get it. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I think that chair. I think it's.
I should have leaned like that.
I think that chair's.
He's hardcore.
Chair's had it.
He's hardcore.
Talk to the people for a minute. I'll get you a chair.
He's hardcore. I shouldn't have leaned on the chair like that. Now I got a cramp. What is going on here? All right. Got my chair back.
All right, back we come. All right. So anyway,
Real quick.
we'll do a quick top 10 here.
Glad to go through the table. That would just made it even more perfect.
So, anywho,
Make that your highlight reel right there.
all right. Do we want to do a top 10 of everybody? You don't want to do a top 10 of everybody. Let's just go WWF.
John Johnson says he's got a Slam Buddy.
He does have a Slam Buddy.
Uncle Scott says he's got a buddy that does custom G.I. Joe figures. Let's see if we can
That's
do
what I'm
somebody.
talking. Yeah, especially if they make them bubble on card.
Cody said it'd been so good if I would have went through the table.
No, it wouldn't have. Okay, so you want to do? Okay, your choice.
Okay.
1987. You want to do just top 10 of everybody?
Okay, let's do that.
Top 10 of everybody? You're not going to get number 10
Ugh.
because it's a Southeast Continental
80.
champion.
87. I mean, you gotta have Hulk Hogan on there.
Hulk Hogan's number 1.
87.
And this is from all organizations too.
Okay.
NWA,
So Ric Flair's gotta be on
Southeast
there.
Continental champion. What'd you say?
Ric Flair's,
Ric
gotta be
Flair's
on there.
number 2.
All right, I got number 1, number 2, 87. What do you say? 1987.
1987.
What is the category called?
Just the top 10.
Top 10 wrestlers of
Top
1987.
10 wrestlers.
Roddy Piper's got to be on there. No.
Piper's not on here.
Let's see. Good seeing you too, Chad. Thanks for hanging out with us for a bit, brother.
Thank you, Chad.
87.
Think 87, WrestleMania 3 times.
Okay,
So,
Andre.
Nope. No Andre.
No Andre?
No Andre.
I think WrestleMania 3 with no Andre. Harley Race.
No Harley.
Junkyard Dog.
No Junkyard Dog.
Road Legion of Doom Road Warriors.
Well, they're number one tag team.
Oh, we're just going with singles.
Singles.
Oh, Coco Beware.
Nope. Think WrestleMania 3.
Honky Tonk Man.
There's two people.
Okay, King Kong Bundy.
Nope.
Hillbilly Jim.
Nope. Think WrestleMania 3.
Ricky Steamboat.
Ricky Steamboat, number 7.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Number 8.
Ultimate Red Rooster.
Terry Taylor, number 9.
Alex said Steamboat. Uncle Scott said Big Boss Man. I don't think he was around. No, not yet.
I'm friends with this guy, and
Ultimate Warrior.
sometimes he calls me trying to make business deals with me.
Lex Luger.
Well, he's on here. He's number 5.
Nikita
Nikita Koloff,
Koloff.
number 4.
That's sad. I knew that.
You're missing a perfect.
I did say Hogan. Hogan was number 1.
You're missing a perfect number 6.
Kurt Hennig.
Yes, and number 10. You will never guess in a million years because I don't even know what Southeast Continental Wrestling is.
It's got to be Jumpin' Jack Farmer.
Wendell Cooley.
No relation to Tyler.
No. So that's your top 10.
Top 10. That was a tough one.
All right.
Well, I guess we're out of time. Where do
let-
I want to find you at tonight?
All right, man. If you're watching this Slammer page right now, like it, follow it, send stars, like, comment on posts, and share stuff, man. Help get the word out about Slammer and the Bro Show. Go over to my personal page, Chris Slammer. Don't know why it's Chris. They told me I had to have a name on there.
Government name.
Go into that Chris Slammer page. Add me as a friend. Follow me. Do all that stuff. Instagram, Chris_Slammer. X, Twitter, @MaxGym. The @ symbol, MACSGYM. Snapchat, MaxGym. Cameo, book me to wish you a happy birthday,
You'll tell
happy
your
anniversary.
boss to kiss
I'll
him.
tell your boss you quit your job. I think I'm Max Gym on
Pull a
there.
Mike Tyson and tell your boss to.
TikTok. Follow me on TikTok @SlammerMania. Go in there right now, man. I've got a lot of cool stuff going on in there, and they're for some reason noticing me on there. So
I've wanted to get on Pro Wrestling Tees. How can I get a hold of you there?
ProWrestlingTees.com/Slammer. You can get this shirt right here, man.
That's nice.
Order it right now. ProWrestlingTees.com/Slammer. Buy a shirt. Hey, if you see me at New Breed Wrestling this Saturday, come to my merch table. Buy a hat.
Say hello.
Hey,
I will
man,
be running
buy
the
a
table.
bandana. Buy a shirt. Buy some Slammer shades. Get a signed 8x10. Ball cards. Wristbands. I got it all, man.
Even underwear. You might see his underwear right off his back.
Oh.
Just kidding. You can find me right here on Facebook every Tuesday evening at 8 p.m. Central, right here on the Slammer page. Or if you're a little bored a little bit earlier in the evening, 6 p.m. I go live on our Die Cut Dudes page. We're right around to 14,000 people, follower, like, mark, match, whatever you want to call it. Die Cut Dudes, or you can find me on my personal Facebook page at Kyle Mookie Skynet. Give me a follow, give me a friend request. Let's talk some wrestling.
Let's talk some wrestling. So anyway,
See
thank
you
you
this Saturday.
so much. We'll be at New Breed this Saturday. Next Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Central Time. The Bro Show episode, WrestleMania 23.
I went to that WrestleMania.
You were there.
Detroit,
Michigan. Main event.
Be Batista versus The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels versus John Cena.
Whoa.
Double main event.
Episode 23. Next Tuesday. See you there. What you gonna do when the Bro Show entertains?